guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special guest and I'm introducing a new series. It's going to be called Mama Mondays, and it's basically just going to be my mom and I talking about relationships. So, drum roll please. This is my mom Brenda. You've seen her in my vlogs and you've seen her probably on my Instagram and my Facebook. But this is my mom. Hi Mom.
Hi Tay.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Okay, so we are going to talk a little bit about this channel is going to be a little bit about everything. We're not really, it's just mainly going to be about relationships and how to maintain them, how to become close with someone, or it's just going to be mainly about relationships. My mom is my best friend, so I think showing you guys how we kind of had this relationship is just what these series are going to be about. So what did you want to decide to talk about today?
Today I think we'll just talk about us and kind of our history.
Okay. So my mom was a single parent, for those of you who don't know us or who don't know of our story. I'm an only child from her, and she was a single parent. How did you like being a single parent? What was the thing that you think that made you come out and say, okay, I'm a single parent, I just need to embrace it?
I think that being a single parent was always challenging. You don't really get the support of another parent as, you know, a two-parent family would. So I had to depend a lot on friends, did a lot of bartering to take turns taking each other's children, and knowing that I was the sole one to make decisions for Taylor, that was a lot of pressure as well, but I tried to do the best that I could and make the best decisions for the both of us that would benefit her. And the first major decision I made was taking the step to leave her father and have the two of us go on, because the lifestyle with him wasn't what I wanted for either one of us. So that's how it started out, as single parenting, and I just tried to do my best and pick my battles, you know.
Working. With who? With me or with people, or what? Pick your battle with what?
Pick my battles with Taylor. Working full-time, taking care of a house inside and outside, and raising a child.
She owned a daycare when I was growing up. So imagine me on top of a daycare and a house.
So taking care of 60 plus children every day. So I think that, you know, when it came to that and working full-time and having a child, I just really had to pick my battles. And luckily Taylor wasn't too demanding and wasn't a bad behavioral child, or I didn't have a lot of challenges with her. She was pretty easy, but, you know, after a long day's work, I had to choose, you know, do I want to talk to her about her behavior in daycare this day, in school? Did I want to talk to her about us? Or, you know, it was always pick and choose, and which battle did I want to face that day, because as a single parent, a working mother, taking care of a household, my energy was limited, so I think I made the right decisions.
I think for me though, I wouldn't change the way I was raised, because it was my mom and I. Like every single day we had, like, my aunt and cousin live with us for a while, but for the most part it was just her and I, and she a relationship, but it was her and I for most of the time, and I wouldn't change it. I think I want more kids because I was an only child, but because I was an only child, I wouldn't change it because I love the relationship that my mom and I have. How would you say that what was one of the things that you were like, Taylor, this is what we need to have? You always try to instill in me, so that way, like, what made us close, do you think?
I think I did a lot of talking with Taylor. I did a lot of talking, and I like to explain things. With Taylor's anxiety, I needed to plan ahead and always let her know what was coming, what was going to be taking place, so that she could prepare herself for it. And so, what was your question?
What made us close? What do you think made us close?
And so I think that, you know, talking with her and always staying in touch with her when she was away from me, you know, at a friend's house, it was a constant, you know, a phone call. I'm okay, you okay? You know, I always let my friends know that, you know, she has some anxiety. She's going to need an adult around at all times, or at least one to check in with, so that she knows where that adult is in the house at all times. So I think that's what made us close, is that we always communicated, and I always, even though I was away from her, I was with her, and I made her know that. because I wanted her to feel safe. And so I think as a single parent, her and I had a bond and a closeness where I just kind of always built on that and wanted that as a number one priority, is that we would be close. I would hear her, she would hear me, and we would talk things out. If you ask her how many spankings she's gotten in her life, that's the reaction everybody has. And so I just really tried to just raise her loving and caring, and I always tried to set an example. I always tried to have diversity around us, and I always tried to let her know that helping people is okay. She's seen me help people through daycare. She's seen that we had friends stay with us when they were in the time of need, and family, that they would also stay with us. You know, I would never let anybody be without or be homeless. But I always just showed her what a big heart that I have, and I wanted to instill that in her, that you treat others as you want to be treated, even though, you know, you might get burned in the end, but at least you know you did as good as God would want you to do, and to always try your best and do your best as others were concerned.
I think that having like that kind of, like, a lot of my traits have come from my mom. Like, I'm a very loving person. Like, even like if someone is trying to show us like who they really are, like there's this mean person, we're still like, come on, I know there's like some good in you somewhere, just like come to us. So I know that's one of the things, and it could be harming for my mom and I, because we do wear our heart on our sleeve, and that's one thing that she's taught me. But at the end of the day, we know that, yep, okay, well, we tried it, it didn't work, but at least we knew that we were loving to this person and caring to this person, that we knew that they, at the end of the day, we did all that we could do. What do you think, like, what's your number one advice to any single parent, mom or dad? What do you think you should, what's one thing that every single parent should do?
Always put your child first. When making decisions, make the decision that's best for your child, because they're only going to be a child once, and it's going to be hard to go back and redo those years, because you can't. So you really have to put them first and know that after their needs are taken care of and they've grown and they've moved on, then it's your time to do as you would like and make decisions.
Well, she's still not doing anything for herself. She's doing it for me right now.
Well, that's because you're still at home. And you're still a student.
And I'm still her boo-boo right now.
Right. Right, boo-boo.
So I think that what do you think that you want out of this channel, out of this series of Mama Mondays?
I think just a chance to share our relationship, give my input on things. You know, I would like to talk about parenting and step parenting. I'd like to talk about friendships, because a lot of my friendships are long-term. My best friend, I don't know if any of you have followed
You've
on
seen her in
Facebook.
the vlogs. You've seen her in the vlogs.
We've been friends, well, I'm 45, and we've been friends for about 44 and a half years. And so it's a friendship that I've always maintained and that we cherish. And I don't know what life would have been without my best friend, Martha. So I just really cherish the friendships that I have. I do have friends, other friends who I've been friends with for, you know, since junior high. So I'd like to share those friendships and kind of what challenges you have and what there is to cherish, and the friends that you have, although you don't communicate with them every day, they're always there when you need them, and when you get together, you know, you pretty much meet up at the same point.
You pick up where you left off.
That's right. And that's another thing I've taught Taylor is, you know, there's only going to be so many friends in your life that you're going to have a friendship like that, and you need to cherish it, and you're going to know the ones that are in for the season and that are in for a reason. And so I think, you know, I'd like to share those kind of relationships and talk about marriage and just relationships in general.
I like it. You know what? I'm all about relationships. Mom, are you all about relationships? It's gonna be like kind of like a little talk show, like a little mommy-daughter talk show. Should we name it something else, like instead of mommy? You just like Mama Mondays. You want to get the credit for it? Is there anything else you like to? Oh, what?
Monday with Mama.
Oh, that'd be
Monday
cute.
with Mom. I like that.
Do you want to say anything else to
Because that's how we roll. want to thank everybody for their support with Taylor and her new adventure with the vlogging. I'm learning about vlogging, and I'm watching a couple other vloggers to find out about it. So I just want to thank everyone for always supporting us and loving us, because God knows we love all of you and cherish all of you and care about all of you, and support you in anything that you do. So just thank you, and I look forward to Mondays with Mom. And,
is that what you decided on?
Yes, that's what I decided on. And I make the decisions. So, yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, it's just going to be every Monday. We'll upload a video every Monday. So stay tuned for that. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. We will see you next week. XOXO with love, Taylor and Brenda.
Holla.